This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. U.S. and Russian diplomats traded charges of provocation and aggression at a UN Security Council meeting devoted to the deepening crisis over Ukraine. Guy Taylor reports Russian Ambassador Vasily Nebenzia accused the Biden administration of whipping up tensions and rhetoric and provoking escalation. Linda Thomas-Greenfield, the U.S. ambassador to the UN, shot back that Russia's aggressive military moves represent the largest mobilization in Europe in decades. She said cyber attacks and Russian disinformation have been targeting Ukraine. Secretary of State Antony Blinken hopes to ease those tensions when he speaks via phone with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. The call will be the first between the two since the Biden administration delivered a letter last week, formally rejecting Russia's demand that the U.S. and Europe halt all eastward expansion of NATO and pull back in Eastern Europe. On Capitol Hill, Democrats won't give up their majority in the House without a fight, and they have a three-pronged strategy to upset what they say is an overconfident Republican Party in this year's midterm elections. Seth MacLachlan reports the plan entails spelling out how their accomplishments are helping voters, casting Republicans as obstructionists obsessed with former President Donald Trump, and doubling down on efforts to combat COVID-19 with expectations that the pandemic will yield before voting begins. Whatever the case, Democrats are projecting confidence. They say elections are about contrasts, and the contrast between the two parties are stark. 29 House Democrats are retiring or seeking other offices, and Republicans currently hold a 3-point edge on the generic ballot according to the latest Real Clear Politics average of polls. The Winter Olympics start this weekend, and host nation China is deploying a zero-COVID approach to the pandemic that reflects its authoritarian instincts, but may be unsustainable. Tom Howe reports Beijing is shutting down housing complexes as COVID-19 pops up in greater numbers on the cusp of the Olympics, while athletes, workers, and journalists will be completely cut off from the local population for the 2 weeks of the Games. Athletes will be tested daily with sensitive PCR tests, which can detect remnants of the virus after a person is no longer infectious. The South China Morning Post said organizers detected 37 infections among athletes at the airport or the Olympic bubble over the weekend, bringing the total to 176 infections since January 23rd. Organizers have also limited tickets to domestic spectators, and in January further restricted audiences to those who were invited to be on site. In one sign of the drastic measures, authorities told locals not to help anyone in a car accident within Olympics-only lanes of highways. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. If you don't have access to the Times yet, you can visit WashingtonTimes.com/George for a special subscription offer. The United States and Canada are among only 6 countries that allow abortion throughout the entirety of pregnancy, according to research from the Family Research Council. China, Vietnam, North Korea, and South Korea are the other 4 outliers, according to the Christian Group's study. The study found 69 nations permit elective abortion, and 58 of those countries restrict it after 14 weeks of gestation. Sean Salai reports the study found that 99 of the nearly 200 nations surveyed ban abortion from the moment of conception or allow abortion only in the case of rape, incest, or to protect the mother's life. And finally, fans hoping to watch the Cincinnati Bengals and Los Angeles Rams face off in person at Super Bowl 56 are on pace to pay record prices on resale sites. As of Monday afternoon, the least expensive tickets at SoFi Stadium on NFL Ticket Exchange were around $5,900, and that doesn't include additional fees, which would make the price closer to $7,100. The prices are similar on third-party ticket websites. Most of the available seats on StubHub, excluding those in the lower bowl, are $6,000 to $12,500. Sports reporter Jacob Meyer reports if the price of the cheapest tickets holds at around $6,000, it would break the record for a Super Bowl. The least expensive tickets last year were $4,000, purchased just days before the game. The average Super Bowl ticket price, according to SeatGeek, is about $10,500, the highest ever, and about $2,000 more than the average price for a ticket to last year's game. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us on your favorite podcast platforms. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.